right now. Listen, find out your favorite stitch. Fashion with a Knit+Sip.
Hi, y'all. Welcome to the Knit+Sip podcast. I'm Kate.
Hey, I'm Leeza.
And we're doing what Leeza is calling a Rhinebeck Roundup today, where we're talking about the things that some of the folks that went from the store got at Rhinebeck, some of the things you saw. I want to hear all about, the inspiration. And we've already kind of started composing a list for next year of the knit-along sweaters for the store. And a lot of that inspiration came from Rhinebeck. So we'll chat a bit about that. And yes, I didn't get to go, so this is going to be really fun for me to hear about everything as well. So
yeah, it was
tell
great.
us about it.
It was wonderful. The only thing that we missed was Kate.
Oh my gosh.
We got everything else checked off our list. It was the most gorgeous weather. I didn't think we could beat last year's weather, but I think we did. It was so pretty. I did hear from multiple people that it was an all-time record of attendees, possibly 30,000 maybe.
Oh gosh. Okay.
I think I ran into every one of them trying to get through the barns.
Literally
Ran into every one of them trying to get through the barns. We had a good time. I think there were 7 of us who went. And we did an Airbnb, and we just had a great time. So had some great dinners, but Rhinebeck was a thing, guys. We should all go.
Take us through the Friday festivals, because you guys did Friday festivals as well. So start us there.
Friday, we started with cake. So we most of us went up on Thursday so that we could be really prepared and get a good night's rest ready for Friday festivals. And so first was cake.
Would you do that again? Because I heard differences in opinion of scheduling. If someone's looking to plan a trip, we've done it a couple different ways over the years. So tell us about what you thought about that schedule.
So we went to cake this year, and it was Friday morning-ish, maybe noon, I think. There are different slots that you can choose to go. Last year, I think we went later in the day just because we flew in on Friday last year. So this year we went a little bit early to cake. Last year we didn't have nearly as much time at Indie Untangled. And so we thought, okay, if we fly in on Thursday, we'll do cake for a minute, in the middle of the day, and then we'll go spend more time at Indie because there are more vendors at Indie, more buildings to walk through, and so it just takes a little bit more time. And so I do appreciate both of those. I loved both of those. I got yarn at both of those. Surprise. But it was a really good time. I would now like to do a Woolen Affair. Is that what it is called?
A Woolen Affair. That looked really neat.
Yes, and that's on Friday as well. So I would just have to look at the timing. I know that it's different people who I haven't seen before, so I think I would like to try that. I love Indie though. I love Indie Untangled. I just feel like there's just some really cool stuff there. So I don't know. That's going to be a little bit hard. Now, talking about when to fly and when to fly out, both times that I went, we flew back home on Sunday afternoon. So we were able to go to like half day of the festival and walk around and then get to the airport and come home ready for a Monday work day. And by the way, I'm pretty sure I was the only person who didn't take vacation. I didn't know. All my friends didn't tell me that they were taking vacation Monday. I clearly missed the memo. But what we decided is Sunday is so nice at Rhinebeck, because I would say there was maybe a quarter of the crowd there, if that. You could literally, at one point, I just held my arms out and spun around. And I was like, look, I'm not hitting anybody while I'm doing this. I did a Sound of Music situation. I'm sure people wondered what I was doing.
No, that's probably what it looked like.
Yeah. But it was so much different than the day before. So some of us were talking about, okay, hey, we want to do a Woolen Affair, but also we would like to spend more time at Rhinebeck on Sunday because you can really go talk to the vendors.
Yeah.
And they're not so worried about answering 10 million questions and, get to know them a little bit better. So far, it's just like, oh, that's pretty yarn, grab that, and then get in a line of 30 people and things like that. So I think, that's definitely on my plate to maybe kind of consider next year of maybe flying out on Monday so I can spend more time Saturday.
But
Sunday.
But I think, even doing Friday, still flying in Friday morning and being able to do Indie and Woolen Affair probably is reasonable. and then if you left Monday. So
I think I could still
we're
nailing
it. I think we're figuring it all. I think we're figuring it all out, and gonna nail it next year. Third time's the charm.
Yes. I'll definitely be going back. It's always fun. Apple cider donuts and apple cider just never get old. So that's
Where
good.
did you eat? Like, where are some good dinner places if we're looking at booking for next year?
Yes. The 2 places we went, and definitely if you were going to Rhinebeck, I would consider getting reservations well in advance. We didn't do that at one of the dinners last year. And so we just kind of walked about 3 or 4 places, and I put on the saddest face I had. And people were like, nope, sorry, we don't have room for you. So this year we planned to go back to a place we went last year, and that was Mariners Harbor. And I think everyone liked that. We definitely liked it last year. Yep. We saw some knitting celebs there last year. But this year we didn't see any, but we did get some really good food there, and it's right on the river, and it's beautiful. It is so beautiful. So we ate there one night, and then the next night we went to Lola Pizza. I enjoyed it. I know others were like, hey, not my vibe, but it was my vibe. I liked it. It was outdoors, or we got to sit outdoors and under an arbor, and it was still beautiful weather and great pizza. So
I know last year we went somewhere on the harbor in Kingston. It wasn't Mariners Harbor because I wasn't with y'all that night. It was like the next night.
That is actually like maybe a stone's throw right down the road from Mariners Harbor, because we saw
that like Southern Kitchen or it was an S something.
I don't remember,
but it was really good too. I can look it up. I'm sure we have, but it sounds like a couple of those places on the harbor are really good bets.
Yeah.
In Kingston.
Yeah. And if you want to know where that one is, just look up Mariners Harbor.
Yeah.
And literally just look right down the road.
Down the road. And
right down the road on the river.
It's I know it starts with an S. I just not.
It would be the next restaurant down the river.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay. How funny.
A parking lot separates the 2. So,
nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, cool.
Yeah.
So I know I like logistics, so I like talking the schedule and everything, but I know y'all are here for the yarn. So let's talk about the important stuff about the yarn that everyone got.
Yes.
And it sounds like everyone got everything they wanted. Like, I didn't hear anybody come back and say, oh, but I didn't see this, or oh, I couldn't find this, or, this, I still have a gap with this or anything. I think everyone got what they wanted. So
you know what though, I did feel like, and Beth and I were talking as we were walking through all the different buildings, I felt like for some crazy reason it was the Festival of Fingering and DK is what they should have named it.
Oh wow.
Everywhere
at Rhinebeck.
Rhinebeck.
Not the Friday ones,
at
but
Rhinebeck.
Okay.
At Rhinebeck.
Interesting.
And it was amazing, and it was because I was looking for worsted weight. That's why I noticed. And I would walk in and be like, this is beautiful, fingering and DK. And it just happened over and over and over. And I thought, well, maybe I'm missing the boat. Maybe I should be looking for this stuff and making, things out of fingering and DK. I wasn't sure, but I felt like it was in abundance. I didn't recognize that last year, but I also was newer to knitting. And I think I was just like pretty yarn. And I didn't even realize there was a weight to it last year when I went, who knew? But this year was a little bit different.
Interesting. I don't know. Well, if anyone who is watching this, is a vendor or knows vendors, maybe you can tell us, but I'm imagining that maybe the reason for that is because of a lot of the trending patterns or things that are like, I wonder, I don't know, it's a total inference, but I wonder if like there's a lot of patterns trending right now, or like people are seeing maybe what's going to come for next year, and like maybe that
they were trying to tell me something.
Well, no,
without telling me something.
Well, not necessarily, but I'm also just thinking, even the sweater you and I were looking at earlier today, I'm definitely right now seeing a lot of like DK plus lace equals Aran weight sweaters, like several of them. Like I'm making some. We were just talking about one. I've seen other, like when people have come into the store, I'm seeing that for the things they're making. So I don't know. In my head, I'm just going, maybe that's some kind. And then of course, fingering plus lace is always kind of a big,
Well,
a big
is that
trend,
something you remember seeing last year, or didn't pop out? It was a clear pop out to me and to Beth as we were walking around.
So being a yarn shop owner, I wasn't looking for the same things you guys were. I was looking for specific vendors that I wanted to connect with to fill gaps in my inventory. I was looking for pattern inspiration for sweaters I saw, and then what those weights were. So I went in with totally different goals. So I didn't notice that because I wasn't looking.
Right.
So I was looking, at just completely different things.
And that's the beauty of the festival. 7 of us went. We had 7 different goals. And it was funny because we were in the car going back to the airport, and one of the people who were traveling with us was like, did you really just shop for yarn for 2 days? And I was like, yeah, what'd you do? Like, were we at the same festival? Like, it kind of confused me. I was like, what were you doing? That person was, watching the animal demonstrations. And
I can put the video up that you guys sent me of one of the parades.
The Lava Parade, the animal parade. It was very fun. That one just happened upon me. But no, they were great. And so I do think there's a lot to do. I know 2 of the ladies who went with us, as soon as we got in the gate, as soon as we got in the gate, they were like running to the book tent, or the book where the books were in one of the buildings. And I was like, what are they doing? Why are they going so fast? They really wanted to get there because people are there with their books. They're signing their books. And so that was a really big deal for them. And so I think it's really cool that so many people could go and get so many different things out of it.
Right.
It was fun.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And some people just go for the cider or donuts.
Right. And to people watch, which is also very entertaining. So
it is, because you see all kinds. And you know what? One thing I really appreciated, I was purchasing something from one of the vendors, and I couldn't decide if I was getting this thing or this thing. And she walked away, and I had already paid for it. I just was still deciding. And I walked over to get her, and I said, I'm just taking this one. I just want you to know. And she goes, oh, honey, at this festival, we don't have to do that, because everybody here appreciates what we do and cares about the time that it took to make these things. And I thought, how great is that? That you don't have to worry about the shoplifters or the people, getting greedy and taking things that weren't theirs or something like that, because they just are like, hey, this is 30,000 artists who really appreciate everything here. And you'll see all types and all kinds and all things. And everybody's so accepting of all of it. And I think it's so cool.
See anyone with Erin's dream where their sweater was partially finished in the middle? I'm hoping you did. I'm hoping you got a picture.
Well, yeah. So my husband wanted me to wear my newspaper with the cords in it, because I told him that was a thing, because Kate told me it was a thing, and I was joking.
I've seen it for the last 2 years, and I love it. I think it's so fun.
Yes, I did not. I did not make my husband's dream come true. However,
did you see anyone who made his dream come true?
Yeah, it was somebody who was with us. Her name's Paula, and she did so much better than me. She got the body finished on her newspaper, and then she just had the little cap sleeves right here, and then she left the cords in and then did the tie-ons at the end. And it was so funny, because multiple times people would walk up to her and go, oh my gosh, we didn't realize that now they've made the newspaper short sleeve. And they were so excited to get this new pattern. And she's like, yeah, so no, I just didn't finish yet. And but it was really cute. She styled it great. I thought she should even consider just cast it off, bind that thing off and let's go. But it looked really cute on her, and she pulled it off. I know if she lifted her arms, you would see that the little things were there, but hey, she rocked it. Nobody even knew what was happening.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, definitely saw people knitting on the things they were wearing, which is interesting. Which is interesting. So it was a lot of fun.
That's so cool. So tell us what you got.
All right, all the things. So I am working on,
and we'll put all the patterns up for you guys too, and make a Ravelry bundle so you can, have time to digest.
Yes,
what you're seeing.
I am working on a gift. It's a Christmas gift, and I can't tell you who in case you're watching. I know you hope it's you. So I got this tweed. It's like a purple tweed, and it is by Bumblebee Acres Fiber Farm, and they are out of the Bumblebee Acres, pretty sure. But this one is Tweedy DK, and the color is Regal. And what I did with that is I made a mistake, and I actually forgot to bring that.
That's okay. We have a picture of it. We can put up for you.
We have a picture. I've burned it for my brain though. But what I did is I was standing in line, and I had this beautiful yarn, and I was like, oh, but I want this Sophie shawl that I'm making to be furry, fluffy, all the things, warm, soft, cozy, all the adjectives. I wanted it to be all of it. And so I run back to where the yarn was, got out of the line, and found something that was sitting right beside it that was purple as well, and grabbed it. Didn't even look. I was just like, oh, it's soft. Let's do it. And when I got home, I realized that is not what I wanted it to be. That was Surrey alpaca. And we know that Surrey alpaca takes the front seat and takes completely over. Kate will show you the picture.
I will put the picture up.
Oh gosh, I started doing it and it was like, it looked like a knotted mess because it completely took over this. You couldn't even tell that it was tweed, actually.
It ate it
For lunch. So what we decided to do instead, Kate came to the rescue as always, and we put the Gepard
Kidsetta, burgundy,
and put this together, and it's lovely. It is lovely. It is probably my 5th or 6th Sophie shawl that I'm doing for people. So this is, like I said, a gift. So I was very excited about how the tweed's coming out. It's so pretty.
You can actually see that it's tweed.
You can.
With the mohair.
And the mohair didn't eat it.
No.
Good news. So that was one thing that I got. Another thing that I got is this Utopia yarn.
Oh, I didn't know that it was called. That's really cute.
Yes,
Utopia.
it's Utopia.
I'm always in for good fun.
And Natural Morit is the color, and this is from Wisconsin. So it is really, really pretty. I am going to make the Windermere sweater with this. And it's funny because I always know that I need Kate. One more time, I needed Kate. I came home and I'm like, I'm making Windermere with this. And she's like, yeah, cool. What are you holding with it? Because it also has what? A lace with it.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh yeah, I didn't read that far into the pattern. Again, I was just there looking at pretty yarn. So thankfully, again, Kate came to my rescue, and we've decided when this Knitting for Olive silk mohair came in hazel, I fell in love.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
So we're going to put this together and make the Windermere. So even though they didn't come from the same place, they're coming together and they're going to make something amazing.
I love, if you guys haven't seen the Windermere pattern, that's one I've had saved for a while. I love a good fisherman's rib. It makes me happy. So it's a bit like brioche in the, squishiness department.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the way it knits up. It always just looks really, it's definitely my style. So
yes, it looks very cozy. I'm very excited about that. I did fall in love one more time with Wool and Vinyl. They were at Cake, and Wool and Vinyl is always so much fun. They always have really great music going on. I laughed at Christina from Chelsea Yarns the next day after, because she was like posting things and she's like, why am I in all this music? What's going on? She's like, oh yeah, my tent was beside Wool and Vinyl yesterday. And so they definitely have great music going. There's a lot of good vibes. But
you got a lot of great gifts for people from them. Like they had great accessories and stuff.
Yes, great stitch markers. They're just really fun. Yes, stitch stoppers. That's what I meant to say.
I wasn't correct. I was just adding.
No, again, Kate was right. But this one is called Hard Rock DK in November Rain. So you can see the different colors in it.
That is literally what it looks like outside. They nailed that. Yep. That's November Rain. It is November. It's currently raining, and I see all of those colors outside right now. Yes. That's well done.
So this is going to be a capital V V turtleneck sweater. So I thought this would be cute because I can put the rust under it.
Wait, capital V turtleneck sweater?
I'm sorry. No turtleneck, just capital V.
Okay. I was like, there's a new pattern. I did a Paula. I was like, there's a new pattern. I was like, I don't understand how it's a V turtleneck, but I was like, I'm in. I want to look at it because I do love the capital V.
Well, if there was a capital V turtleneck, I could pull it off. How about that? No, this is the capital V vest. Yeah. That's what I was trying to say, not turtleneck, but capital V vest. Yes, and I'm very excited to put the blues and the rust and the, even the like mustards underneath there. It's going to be great.
Really cool.
Another thing that I got was this. I love this vendor. It's Cape May Fiber Company. So Cape May Fiber Company, they were at Cake this year and last year, and they have the most beautiful, sparkly, gorgeous yarn. Last year, I got some that it was like this, but it was more purples and silvers, and it was beautiful. And I made a gorgeous hat that I'm going to be gifting soon. And so I was really excited to get this. One of these will make a hat and 2 fingerless mittens.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that. That's a good bit of yardage for a super bulky.
It is. It is. Wow. Let's see. 126 yards.
Okay.
So very
Very
excited
nice.
about that. And this color is Rubio's.
So pretty.
So I'm very happy about that. It did turn everything in my suitcase this little silvery, tinsel-y thing. My husband wondered, he went to get a suitcase this last week and he goes, I don't know exactly what happened to our suitcase,
Oh, no.
but it looked like Christmas in there.
So I don't know. I know you've never seen this show, despite my best efforts, but Kate, and I also realize Kate May, it's a place, but in Pretty Little Liars,
Oh yeah,
they go to like Kate May, and so every time that like you've bought that yarn, every time I see that name, I always think of Pretty Little Liars.
There you go.
I always go to Kate May. I don't know.
Kate May
just reminds me of it.
Pretty Little Liar.
I hope they have they maybe should have a color that
they
says
should.
That or
this is Pretty Little Liar.
Yeah, maybe.
Next year we'll look for it. Kate May Fiber, please do a Pretty Little Liar color for Kate.
They probably hate that show, but it was something I watched with a bunch of work buddies, like way back when. Like my whole team,
watched it.
Oh, we would get together and watch it. So
I started it.
I'm sure no one from that team watches our podcast or anything.
They don't know.
But I tried to get them into knitting actually, but I don't think it worked. But that was a whole other lifetime ago. But yeah, we would get together and watch the show.
They should have been knitting. They don't know what they're missing.
Yeah, they should.
I think my favorite thing that I got from Rhinebeck is this, and it is from Knit or Dye. Knit or Dye, and it is Moonshadow variegated. Ooh. What I think is so cool is this is undyed yarn.
Gorgeous.
And when they told me that, I was like, what do you mean it's undyed? I love the color. And this name you'll see is Flock, and this is from all the sheep in their flock. So they had a hat sitting behind them that they had made out of this, and it was a fade, like dark to light. And so I am so excited to make this. I'm making a V-neck sweater. I don't remember the name, but I'll give it to you so you can post it.
Yeah, I'll post it.
And I'm super excited about the fade of this. So I did share this with the girls at the house when I got home that first night because I was so excited, and I was like, guys, look at this. And then I think like 4 of us came home with it. So we're all going to be walking around with the same thing. I think they only each got one.
Okay.
I got a sweater quantity. So who knows? They may be getting more, but it is a gorgeous, gorgeous yarn. I love it so very much. And they are from Vermont, Pennsylvania, Vermont. Vermont. So we're excited. Knit or Dye would love to see you come to Kate's shop.
Yes, that would be so fun. Yes. Trunk shows. Yes.
Trunk shows.
I do. I need to reach out for a trunk show. You're right. Yes. For sure.
They would be great because they just had just great people. They had great product. I know that I fully well can probably make these, but you know what? They were sitting there and they looked cute. So I bought these and I love them so much. And I've already worn them multiple times. Ooh. So they are great.
Oh, they're nice.
I like how fitted it is. I mean, it's really fitted, and maybe people would say that it's too small, but I'm digging it.
I don't think so.
Love it so much.
I don't think you want an oversized glove.
I guess you're right.
I mean,
I guess you're right. I don't know. Sitting next to us, right outside of frame that you don't see, is Beth, and she got the most beautiful yarn from North Bay Fiber. And this one is a natural undyed Aran Weight. It is so pretty. I've already forgotten the name of what she's making. It's Andrea Mowry Nurtured by Andrea Mowry, and it's going to be so beautiful. I cannot wait to see this one.
And I know one of her goals was to get like a natural undyed. So that's a great one. And she was telling us earlier that it's like all US done, that it's like sourced in California, dyed. This is undyed, but I think it was dyed, I don't know, somewhere else, and then spun in Pennsylvania, something like that.
Yes, so 100% sourced, spun, and dyed in the U.S. Yes. Sourced in Montague, California, spun in Nazareth, Pennsylvania, hand dyed in Pinconning, Michigan. Cool. Even though this one's undyed, the other dyes. But that is super cool, and I wish you could feel how squishy this is.
Oh, it is.
It's fantastic.
Yes, good old woolen spin.
It is fantastic. So overall, we had a great time. It was so much fun. Lots of fun stories, lots of laughs.
We have some other pictures that people who went sent us, and like we'll put those up so you can see some of the yarn that other people got. I know a few people really fell in love with a gal that I've connected with over the years, Sarah from Green Goat Ranch. So I'm really excited to show you the pictures of what they got from her. And then I know another favorite of Beth's were her socks. So we can show you her very favorite of all socks.
These socks have been talked about for a year.
They have been,
And so I didn't get them last year. And so this year I did. I partake in the sock.
And it's alpaca and angora.
I wish you could feel them. They're thick.
Yeah,
but they don't feel thick when you have them on, if that
Right.
makes sense. They just feel like you're walking on clouds. It's great. So I do love the socks.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a great time. And what's fun too is when you're there, you get to see sweaters that you've never seen on Ravelry, sweaters that you haven't seen anywhere else. And you get to actually say, oh my gosh, what is that pattern? And it's fun. Our friend Beth actually had somebody getting a full run to chase her to ask her what her sweater was. So that was kind of cool. I witnessed that.
That was her horror movie sweater. I feel like
Yes.
we talked about the horror movie
Danny?
sweater. I don't know, Danny. We named her Danny because that was the character who died in the movie. But yeah, we'll show you Danny if we haven't already.
And it was great because we would talk to people and they would say, oh yeah, this is my design. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. And some of them actually are making it hopefully to the 2026 make list for us that we get to vote on and see what we're going to do.
I mean, yeah, everything you all sent me is on the voting list. So
that's great.
Can't wait to see what we all decide and, to knit as a store next year.
Yes.
Coming up, we're starting the Yoon sweater, which I know you are doing with yarn you got at Rhinebeck last year.
Yes.
So, yes.
I'm a little behind on that, but I could just also say that I waited on everybody else.
No, but yeah, I was going to say you aren't because we're just about to start it. So, yes, you did. Thank you. That was so kind. We appreciate you thinking of us.
You're welcome. But no, it was fun. I'm looking forward to going back next year and hopefully more people can go with us.
Yes. And we'll definitely post all the pictures, like I said, of all the other yarns that people had gotten from there. And I'm trying to think, so next year when you go, do you have, I know it's early to ask, but do you have any goals forming in your mind? I know Woolen Affair is a goal, so I know going there, potentially changing up the travel schedule to be able to stay longer on Sunday, goal. Anything fiber-wise, though? Oh, and Beth got buttons and stuff. We can show you guys that too. You got buttons.
Yeah, I just remembered that.
Yeah, it's a great place for all sorts of, anything fiber related. But yeah, so
yeah, I think
if
you talk about goals, for me, it's going to be what garment do I want to make? What do I want to make? And I really try to stretch myself. Like this year, I know you've probably heard it 10 times already, but it was brioche, it was something with buttons, it was color work, it was, and so I had this list of things I wanted to do. And so on my list, I have the body made of the champagne cardigan by Petite Knits. Yes. Yeah. And it doesn't have arms, but
it will.
It will have sleeves. And I was looking for the perfect buttons for them. And oh my gosh, did I ever find them? They are actually the horn of the sheep.
Wow.
And they're so pretty. And they have like the natural markings, like they're stone or bone color, but then they also have like a dark streak through them, the natural dark streak. And so we were able to talk to the woman whose husband actually makes them. And she was like, yeah, we don't waste anything. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I love this so much. So I think that's kind of going to be my goals next year of what specifically I'm looking for on what garment. Cause I don't know, guys. I mean, I've got some good things checked off my list this year, but really it's just, I've got to sit down and make my 2026 what are you going to learn list,
right? And
then hopefully Rhinebeck will help towards the end of the year fulfill all the rest of the things that I need to get.
Yes, and inspire us for the next year. I think that's what's kind of great about the timing of this festival, even maybe more so than the timing of other festivals, is that it comes at a time where I think a lot of people are kind of wrapping up what they're doing for the current year and already looking ahead to next year. And I definitely think it comes at an appropriate time for, goal setting, thinking about, what we're seeing, what kinds of things we want to make, and what yarns are, trending. And or, for me, like it helps me. Usually I think about going in what gaps in my inventory are, but then of course sometimes you see stuff too and you're like, oh yeah, but then there's that and that would be great. And especially in this sweater or something or this, kind of line of sweaters or this is what we're seeing and things like that. So I think it comes at a fun time in the year, whereas like some other ones that are a lot earlier, it's like it's great, but you also, you know, I don't know, this is fun because it feels like a kickoff.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I got a Christmas present there. Well, actually,
Right.
I'm making a Christmas present right now, but then also got a gift that I don't have with me in case somebody's watching. But yeah, another Christmas present. So it is really great timing wise for gifts.
And of course, you can't beat upstate New York in the fall. I mean, it really is something special to see.
It really is beautiful.
Yeah. If you've never, you know, I grew up there, so I took it for granted until the first year I went back for Rhinebeck, and then I landed, and as I was driving up, I was like, oh my gosh, like I forgot because I mean, we're in Kentucky. It doesn't look like that here. I mean, there's some beautiful trees and stuff, but it's not the same.
No.
The whole just feel is very different, and just like the scenery and stuff, and it was like it hit me. I was like, oh, I'm home. So but yeah, I guess I did, I guess I took it for granted growing up there, and so to see it in the fall again and everything, it's just really incredible. Great place to be, great weather, great people, great fibers.
More people can come next year.
Yes, hopefully so. And if you can't, then you've got us to show you some things that we did, things we saw, and I'm sure I'm just excited for us to, you know, choose our Rhinebeck sweater for next year. So I think I said this on the other podcast, like we probably none of us are in a place with like just time. You know, I mean, a lot of people work like just timing and skill level, whatever, that we can make the Rhinebeck sweater that's released like that year. That's usually not going to be something that's very achievable for a lot of us. And so, you know, we pick it well in advance and everything. So we'll actually pick it soon for next year. And I can't wait to see. So that being said, what I want
we pick it well in advance. Does Leeza make it well in advance? You know, at 2026, she's gonna. I'm gonna rock that thing. You all tried. I'm gonna rock that thing like about 3 months before we go. She's gonna have some like, you know, debuts a couple of times, and then I'll wear her to Rhinebeck. It's gonna happen next year. You wait.
It will. It definitely will. And so what I'd love to hear from you guys, though, whether you went or not, or whether you just have anything that inspired you, is I want to hear about makes that are inspiring you guys right now, because we are getting ready to vote on all of our knit-alongs for next year, which hopefully maybe some of you guys might want to partake in. But just inspiration-wise, I'd love to hear about what you guys have seen that's inspired you lately. What are some things that you are looking for coming up that you might want to make? And definitely tell us what you guys are thinking about and queuing up for 26 as we're working on our goals.
Yep.
Well, thanks for tuning in, y'all.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. Cheers.
Right now, listen, find out your favorite